Welcome to Defi Crypto, today's crypto daily news. All right. So while we're waiting for viewers, let's go back here, and I'm gonna change my mouse first so we can see what we're doing. There we go. All right. As always, don't forget to follow us on Twitter. We're getting close to 3,100 followers, which is amazing. We need two more followers to get over 3,100. Come on. All right. So yeah, see, I follow so many people already. Okay, and these are all crypto Twitters that I really like, and that's where I get most of my news. And I'd like this number here of followers to be higher than the number of people I'm following. Might take a while. I don't know. All right, so don't forget, it's at DeFi Crypto T. You can follow me there. And if you want to DM me, well, Twitter is probably the best way. That's what I check the most often. So if you've got questions, what's that question? Did you sleep yet? Yeah, I slept yesterday. I'm planning to sleep later today. I rearranged my whole schedule to try to fit everything in, okay? And right now I'm testing live news at this time slot because it fits better with my sleep and work and gym and everything. So hopefully you guys like this time slot, because that's the one I'm gonna try to stick to. So it's gonna be around, what is it, 9 p.m. US Eastern Time and 8 a.m. in Asia. So hopefully we're gonna catch some people on both sides of the Pacific, and hopefully you guys are gonna enjoy it. All right, so we're trying very hard. We're trying very hard to provide you with news every day and exciting videos like this one. Don't forget to watch this. Right now, this is our most popular video of the week. Don't miss it. Okay, if you love Wonderland or hate Wonderland, then you should watch it. There's stuff for lovers and haters in there. Wonderland is trying to reboot, more or less. They're going to transform themselves, and there's a lot of very exciting stuff going on. So do watch this video. I put a lot of time on it. I did a lot of research, and I'm explaining a ton of stuff. And we're also talking about the evil Sifu with his new project, and I actually invested in it. So check it out. Check it out. When I invest in something, doesn't mean it's guaranteed that it's going to work. Most of the time it fails, but I think there's something interesting in there, and that's why I took it as a gamble. Okay, so check this video out. It's super popular right now. Tons of people are watching it this week. I'm super happy with the result so far, and the comments are fantastic. I love the comments. Keep sending comments. I try to answer as many as possible, but you know, I'm busy. I'm trying to make 2 or 3 videos per day, people, per day. On top of that, I've got a full-time job, plus I spend 2 hours at the gym every day. So okay, don't say I'm not dedicated to you guys, eh? And get me more than 3,098 followers. I need to boost that number, okay? As I said earlier, I want the number of followers to be bigger than the number of people I follow. These are all people in crypto that I follow to try to get news and stuff. So boost this number, folks. Come on, help me out. All right, so let's start with some very quick news snippets. I like to get them from this guy. It's called watcher.guru on Twitter. He's got these one-liners, and many of them are quite interesting. I invite you to follow him. He's great. This Twitter is great. Okay, I'm going to welcome everybody. I'm glad you're here. I'm going to answer your questions in the second half of this video. Okay, pretty soon, in about 20-30 minutes, give or take. So Apparently, if you're a Cardano fan, you should be very happy because now you can stake Cardano on Coinbase. Imagine that. Now, just in $43,000 Bitcoin today. We hit 43,000, went down a little bit from there, but it's close to 43,000 at the moment. So that's kind of interesting. It seems that people are a little bit more bullish about Bitcoin suddenly. I'm going to like and retweet this because it's kind of a milestone. So retweet. All right. El Salvador will issue Bitcoin bonds with Bitfinex. Oh, and by the way, yesterday what they said about this is that they were the interest for their Bitcoin bond is huge. They wanted to issue about $1 billion worth of Bitcoin bonds. There's over $1.5 billion people that manifesting interest on this. So they are probably going to be oversubscribed whenever they can finalize the issuance. Very exciting. Very exciting because if this is successful, my opinion is that a lot of countries are going to look into this. Okay? A lot of countries are going to look into this. That could be very, very good for a lot of people around the world, especially for, countries like El Salvador that are not the richest in the world and they want to become a little bit more independent financially and get out of debt. Okay? Bitcoin might be able to help those countries. So I'm really hopeful that El Salvador is going to be successful with this Bitcoin issuance because it might help a lot of countries around the world. Can you imagine if several countries in Africa, South America, Asia, and all over the place could issue Bitcoin bonds like that? That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. All right. Now, apparently, a fun fact, Ethereum has a larger market share than Bank of America. Why not? At some point, I think Ethereum is going to be bigger than Apple. That's my guess. And a couple of other interesting things. Honduras has denied rumors of making Bitcoin legal tender in a statement issued today. I think they got a call from the IMF. They say, you better not do this. We're going to bomb the hell out of you. Yeah, don't forget the IMF is run by the Secretary of, of the Treasury in the U.S. Okay, so it's not an independent organization at all. Okay, it's an organism dependent on the U.S. government. It's the phone line goes straight to the White House. Ethereum is now on track to generate $12.9 billion from transaction fees. I don't doubt it because the gas is excessive. And here, apparently the court granted the SEC a request for an extension of time on the XRP case, like they didn't have enough time to gather enough evidence, apparently. Because they're losing. The SEC, it looks very much like they're going to lose this case, and they're doing everything imaginable to delay and delay and delay and delay and delay. Because if XRP wins the case and says that XRP is not a security, the SEC is going to have a very hard time proving that other cryptos are securities. And they don't like that. They want total control over totally, absolutely, total everything. Okay, that's what government agencies want, right? Now, Bitcoin of America has added Dogecoin to their ATM, so now you can get Doge at an ATM. Again, whatever for. I'm not a big Doge fan, sorry. This is interesting. You guys may or may not know this. If you're not in Asia, you might not be familiar with Line. I have Line here because I'm in Bangkok, and actually that's my favorite messaging app that I'm using. It's so useful. You can do it so much with it. You can order a delivery for food with this. You can have your shopping delivered. You can have. You can do. I can actually connect my transport card to my line account, okay, and it deducts money directly from my bank account. It connects to everything. Okay, so when I take the SkyTrain in Bangkok, I don't need to pay in cash. I don't need to use a credit card. I've got a little card, and it connects to my line account that connects to my bank account. So directly, I pay the fare just using a card, and it's thanks to Line. Line put that infrastructure in place. Line is big. It's very big. It's like a mix of banking, instant messaging. It's got also all kinds of graphics. It's got a TV service. If you're in America or in Europe, you have no idea how much more innovation there is in terms of technology in Asia. You're missing out. What do you think I live here? Okay, because I feel I live hundreds of years in the future, literally. The year here is 2565, folks, okay? Yeah, we're in the future here. So anyway, Line is going to launch its own NFT marketplace in April. That's pretty amazing. And April 13 happens to be the birthday of the Lord Buddha. So here, that's Thai New Year, as a coincidence. What else was interesting? There was something else. Yeah. Meta, or Facebook, has filed 8 trademark applications for crypto services and the metaverse. So they're still pushing for that. What else is fun? Oh, yeah, this one. I like this one. The Canadian authorities seized only 28% of the Bitcoin donated to the trucker convoy, according to CBC News. So they wanted to seize those Bitcoins that were donated, but apparently they managed to only seize 28%. So good for the truckers and their donators. I really don't like when government seizes people's money, no matter what. I think it's cruel. I think it's fascistic. And it's definitely not democratic. Shame on the Canadian government. Anyway, further, let's look at today's main issue. This guy hates crypto. Okay, I think he's like Emperor Palpatine in Star Wars. Okay, the Empire Strikes Back. You know, every time I look at him, the color is almost the same. I think he represents, to me, traditional finance at its worst. Okay, and he's claiming, okay, he says again, raises alarm over financial stability of crypto products. He thinks that crypto products are not stable. Yeah. And he's the guy that created the huge inflation that we're dealing with in the United States at almost 8% right now, because he printed trillions and trillions of dollars in the last 2 years. Basically, this guy is responsible for printing more money in the United States in the last 2 years than was printed in the whole history of the United States. Okay? And then he claims that crypto is unstable and dangerous and all that, when this guy has way too much power over everybody's lives. Okay? And he messed up. Okay? And that's why we're going to have insane inflation. We're going to have a recession because of that guy. Okay? And we're going to have sky-high interest rates. I'm not joking. He just raised the interest rate 0.25%, but that's not enough to fight inflation, folks. He's going to have to raise interest rates over and over and over and over and over again for the next several years. Okay? And because look at it. Inflation is 8%. You deposit your money in any traditional financial institution right now. Are you going to get an interest that's going to be over 8%? Probably not. Okay, 99.99999% of any traditional financial institution cannot afford to give you 8%. Okay, they can't. All right. So you're always losing money depositing your in TradFi. Okay. The only place where you can make money and fight inflation right now is either there are three places. Real estate, if you're lucky and you buy the house and it goes up in value. The stock market in normal conditions, okay, but right now the economy doesn't look so amazing because of inflation and because of high interest rate. So traditionally, you should be able to beat that kind of inflation with the stock market. So if you buy now when the market is a little bit low, or you wait until the market gets lower, because I feel that the market is going to get lower because we're entering a recession, I think. Over the long term, yes, you're going to be able to beat inflation with the stock market. But right now, what you can beat inflation with today is the crypto market. That's the only place. You can deposit your money at several places, including the very famous Anchor protocol that gives you 19.5% right now. It's hard to beat that, and he hates that. He hates that because he knows that the traditional financial system that he regulates is impotent and incapable of beating the rates that you can get in crypto. And that's why he's raising red flags left and right, saying, oh, it's unstable, it's unstable, it's unstable. Okay, like everything else in traditional finance, it's absolutely stable and you never lose money on it. Anyway, so the regulators are always going to try to find different arguments, try to kill crypto or over-regulate it, to make it as difficult as possible for people to get in and as difficult for people to stay in, okay? Because they're going to try to tax you to the max. They're going to make it excessively expensive to get in. They're going to try to have people report a bunch of tax information and so on and so on and so on. So this guy right now, in my opinion, is on the wrong side of the fence. He needs to adopt crypto, not fight it. Okay, but he doesn't know how to adopt it. Okay, so he's doing the only thing he can do is lie about it. That's all he can do. Okay, like for instance, stablecoins like USD on Anchor, he hates that because he says it presents risk to the U.S. financial system, and he's right about that because essentially a lot of people are going to abandon fiat and go into crypto. That's what's going to happen. And more and more and more and more people are going to do that because more and more people are going to realize that the fiat system is bankrupt. The only way to maintain the fiat system is if all countries keep using the US dollar to pay for oil. And the Saudis are less keen now on taking US dollars, so they already have a deal with China to take yuan renminbi, okay, and perhaps and also India is willing to pay for gas and for petroleum in gold and other assets. So if you have major countries like China, India, Russia, and Saudi Arabia that start trading oil in currencies other than the US dollar, the US dollar is going to decline in value. That's the big problem. Okay, so right now he does not want, he absolutely hates stablecoins. Because he knows they're better than the US dollar in many cases. Not all of them, but quite a few of them are better. So he wants to regulate the hell out of them, and he wants people to be scared of using them. Okay? And that's what he is pushing here. He says, our existing regulatory frameworks were not built with a digital world in mind. No kidding. It's about the only time he said anything true. Stablecoins, central bank digital currencies, and digital finance more generally will require changes to existing laws and regulation and entirely new rules and frameworks. That's true. That's definitely true. He's not lying about that. Okay? Now, the issue here is that there are potential financial stability concerns for some products. We don't know how some digital products will behave in times of market stress. Well, that we have an idea. The UST went off peg a couple of times, so that can happen. All stable coins are not perfect, and when the market has a lot of stress, they're gonna go off peg like this. Okay, so it's either gonna go over or under peg. Okay, it's like it's gonna be like a little earthquake. Okay, you're gonna feel a tremor. It's gonna go to like this. And a lot of people are going to get scared of that. Some people are going to get liquidated on their loans for that and all kinds of stuff, okay? Now, the thing that they will probably try to do is not just talk about market instability in crypto, but maybe try to trigger it to make people even more scared. So watch out for that. Watch out for that. All right, next item. This is good news. Sometimes good news happen from governments. Florida Governor DeSantis says we will accept Bitcoin for state taxes. See, that's another state in the U.S. that decided to accept crypto and Bitcoin in this case to pay for state taxes. And I think that's fantastic. Last time, I believe it was, what, Colorado? I talked about that a couple of days ago. Anyway, so what I like to see is that I like to see that at the state level and sometimes at the municipal level, mayors and governors and other legislators are a lot more open to crypto than at the federal level in the United States. Okay, which I think is very, very positive. Okay, what might happen is that if you have several states that decide to adopt crypto to pay for state taxes and pay for your driver's license, your gun permit, your hunting license, your fishing permit, and God knows what else they provide as services, what is going to happen is that it will create a lot of pressure, because if several states, let's say half the states in the US at some point decide to adopt Bitcoin to pay for taxes, voters are going to push the federal government to do the same. And the federal government is always going to be the last one, okay? But it will push for, it's a movement, okay? And it will grow and grow and grow like a snowball. And at some point, it will make the old traditional finance system tumble, okay? And it's going to be replaced. It could be a hybrid system, traditional finance and crypto together, whatever. You know, something is going to happen. But the old system is on its last legs, okay? I don't know how long it's going to take. Might take 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, I don't know. But it's coming. That I'm sure. Next item. Well, we talked about this already. The Canadian authorities are struggling to seize Freedom Convoy's Bitcoin donations. They only managed to get 28%. So good for the convoy. And and hopefully the Canadian authorities are going to learn a lesson on not stealing people's money. I hate that. Now, here's something very exciting. This is new technology, okay? There's a company called Figure Technologies, and they unveiled crypto mortgage and crypto mortgage plus products, okay, that allow users to borrow against their Bitcoin and Ether to fund home purchases. That's fantastic. I really like the idea. So you can borrow up to $20 million for a 30-year mortgage, and the loan will be 100% loan to value. So it says here, if you put up, let's say, $5 million in Bitcoin or Ether, you can get a $5 million mortgage, and you buy whatever property you want to buy with this. Isn't that amazing? That's really amazing. Because now you can leverage your crypto assets to buy real property in the real world. I think it's fantastic. I really, really like this idea. You're going to see so much financial innovation like this and others in the next few years. Be prepared for that. Be open to these new possibilities. So I'm hoping that this project is going to work, okay? But I think it's really amazing. The company apparently raised $200 million from investors recently. So very, very exciting. Very, very exciting. See, this is what I mean a little bit by traditional finance mixing with crypto. Okay, mortgages are more like traditional financial products, but here they found a way to merge the two. Very, very exciting. All right, let's look at your questions. What you guys are talking about. So let's have a look at this. All right, so questions. Did I sleep? Yes, I did sleep yesterday. I'm going to sleep later today. Hey man, you got your video starting. Nighttime in Portugal right now. Well, thank you for watching, and hoping you have a nice evening. Another guy from Portugal also. Wow, that's great. 1 a.m. God, why is it so late there? All right. This Theo says this time works better for me. Well, glad it does. Yeah, okay, then here. Yeah, maybe Wonderland starts again. Great project with great Sifu FUD. What do you think April will mean for the crypto market, Chris? A big moment. What's your feeling? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's coming for crypto right now in April. You guys have any idea about this? I don't know. Can't stay long, Chris. Going to bed late here in Portugal. Tomorrow I'll come back to see the video. Thank you for your work. Well, thank you for watching. I don't know, maybe, I don't know if it's a good time for you guys. Let me see how many people are watching us. Oh, hang on, wrong one. Let me see. All right, not a lot of viewers. Right now we have, what, 8 viewers? Is that what it says? All right, so you guys got questions or no questions? No questions. We're gonna close the live very soon. But if you have questions, don't hesitate. I'm here for your questions. So, all right. Meanwhile, while I'm waiting for your questions, let's have a look at the feed on Twitter. What's new here? Yeah, somebody liked my Wonderland roller coaster video. Don't forget to watch that. It's a great video. Very popular this week. There's a lot of good info about that and what's coming at Wonderland. Wonderland is trying to upgrade and reinvent itself. I think there's a lot of room for growth there. So I'm hopeful. I'm really hopeful. Maybe you want to buy this NFT. It looks quite nice. All right, what else we got here? More NFT stuff. There's a lot of NFT stuff here. All right, NFT. Grape Finance. Yeah, I like Grape. It's one of the forks that have a lot of innovations, and they're doing a lot of partnerships here with Keen Finance. That's quite interesting. And they're a bit, yeah, if you're interested in options, great place. Okay, new questions. Does bond purchasing, selling affect crypto, the market in general? You're talking about traditional bonds, like let's say treasury bonds from the United States federal government, or what bonds are you talking about? Okay, because we talked earlier about El Salvador's crypto bonds, okay? Basically, that is very positive for Bitcoin in particular, because essentially they're receiving money and they're going to use it to build more Bitcoin mining facilities that are going to be using the volcanic energy that is being produced naturally in El Salvador. Okay, so for that, I think that's very positive. Regular bonds, traditional financial bonds like U.S. bonds, the effect is more indirect. Okay, first of all, if you buy bonds right now in the U.S., like traditional U.S. bonds, I think you only buy that because you have no choice. If you're financially regulated enterprise, okay, if you're financially regulated enterprise, like let's say you're a bank or you're a company listed on the stock market, okay, you don't have a lot of choice. It's not easy for you to get into to deposit a lot of money into crypto because of the regulations, depending on your type of business. Some businesses are more allowed and some are less allowed, but in general, the traditional bonds are mandatory by law for some institutions, okay? Financial institutions in particular, okay? If you're a bank, an insurance company, a stockbroker, an investment fund, you don't have a lot of choice. Okay, you have to buy those bonds if you've got cash lying around and you want to earn interest. You have to buy those bonds or other similar traditional bonds. Okay, you cannot just go on Anchor Protocol and put $500 million there. Okay, the law doesn't allow you to do it. Okay, which is too bad. Essentially, at the point where we're at. A lot of institutions are finding out that they're missing out because they're not allowed by regulations to get into crypto. And some of them are buying the Federal Reserve Chairman's rhetoric that, crypto is too dangerous. And some don't buy it, okay? And a lot of them are saying, well, my wife bought Bitcoin and Ethereum and she's making a ton of money and my own company can't do it. So they're calling the regulators and say, what the hell, do something. And at some point, they're going to have so much pressure, they're going to have to change the laws, they're going to have to allow big companies to invest in crypto more easily. Okay? At some point, it's coming. So right now, the effect of buying federal government bonds, which has very low interest right now, is indirect, has an indirect effect on crypto in the sense that it's liquidity that's put in the system, okay? The more liquidity there is, the easier it is to buy financial assets such as stocks and crypto. If there's less liquidity, it's a lot harder. So the effect is indirect, okay? If the effect of issuing bonds increases liquidity in the market, yes, it helps. If otherwise, it won't. Right now, we're going to enter a liquidity shortage because the Federal Reserve Bank in the US raised interest rates, but more importantly, what they did is that they reduced or shut down, I would have to check the data, they reduced quantitative easing. By doing that, they're reducing considerably the amount of liquidity in the market, which means that they're no longer buying the loans off the banks. So basically, when a bank issues a loan, that's an asset, right? And the Federal Reserve, to help the banks issue more loans, what they did is that they said, okay, we're going to buy out those assets, we're going to give you cash, and then you can lend this cash out. And that was the quantitative easing process. Now that's gone. So banks are going to be like, okay, how are we going to lend now? So they're gonna have to be to lend to less people and only their best customers and so on. And also, a lot of their customers are going to say, well, the interest rates are going up, it costs me more money, I'm going to borrow less, and blah, blah, blah. So again, the whole thing is a vicious circle, and there's going to be less and less and less and less liquidity. And when this happens, typically we enter into a recession. So that's what I'm expecting this year. All right, it's now a good time to invest in real estate in Kiev. I don't live in Kiev, but okay, I'm going to take a point of view, okay, that's politically neutral, okay? Let's say I'm a whale and I have no heart, and I just want to make investments where my risk is at the lowest and my potential gains are at the highest, okay? And that's how whales think, okay? Whales often see opportunities where people, normal people don't. Okay, one of the sayings you have in finance is buy when there is blood on the street. Well, it's probably blood on the street in Kiev right now. Okay, blood on the street doesn't always literally mean real blood on the street. It means when things look like you're at the last edge of desperation. Okay. Personally, I find that blood on the street is a little bit like where Wonderland is right now, okay? The token is at the lowest it's ever been. There's not a lot of news right now that are pushing the price of the token up. I still think the business is sound. So there might be an opportunity there. So similarly, if we want to take this argument, most likely, people in Kiev right now want to save their lives first, right? And probably a lot of people are trying to escape Kiev, and maybe they say, "Oh, I'm not going to go back there. Okay, I'm going to live in the countryside, or I'm going to live in another country. I'm going to move to Germany, Poland, whatever." Yeah, so. At the moment, I'm pretty sure that the price of real estate is very depressed in Kiev. Is this going to last forever? No, nothing lasts forever. At some point in the future, I don't know when, in 5 years, in 10 years, in 20 years, maybe Kiev is going to be a booming economy again. I don't know, maybe it's going to become the capital, the crypto capital of Europe, for all I know. I don't know, I have no idea. But chances are, it's going to be better than it is at the worst time now, okay? So, if you want to invest in real estate in Kiev, maybe it's an opportunity, maybe not, I don't know. But there's definitely blood in the street. Okay, Ravi says, buddy, there's a recent coin creating a hype called Breeze. Is this hokey coin? What do you say? Just curious. I don't know about Breeze, especially if it's brand new. Is it listed on CoinGecko? I mean, if it's not listed on CoinGecko, I'm not going to review it. Russia only accepting a ruble for gas, oil payment. Would you go long on ruble, not looking for advice, rather your view? At the international scene right now, they're only taking ruble. Where are you going to buy your ruble? Not a lot of places are trading with ruble. You know what I mean? I don't know. My feeling is that let's say India wants to buy oil from Russia. How are they going to get their rubles if they have to pay in rubles? Okay, it's not a very liquid currency at the moment, anyway. Yeah, well, again, how are you going to do transactions? Right now, I'm not sure. It depends how easy it is for international oil traders from, let's say, China and India that want to buy oil from Russia. how easy is it for them to acquire rubles if Russia is only accepting rubles? It's a big if. I don't know what Russia accepts. I haven't found any information about that yet. Yeah, exactly. Why doesn't Russia accept yuan or rupees for oil? Definitely yuan is probably more liquid than rupees. Rupees are difficult. Typically, India pays in gold. We could check here. Is Russia accepting gold for payment for oil? Let's check that. Russian Finance Ministry halts forex and gold purchases for 20. Okay. Let's look at what it's doing. So, Russia's finance ministry said that it was halting purchases of foreign currency and gold for this year as part of a suspension of parts of its fiscal rule relating to the use of extra oil and gas revenue. Russia buys foreign currency when oil prices are high and sells when prices go down, shielding the ruble from price swings. They don't talk much about it at all. See, it depends here. You see what's happening here? Of course, this is a few days old. This is from March 3rd. Here it says, when will Putin's army run out of money? What they're saying is that when will Russia run out of cold hard cash funding its war in Ukraine? That's a $300 billion question. What they say is that, see, because the ruble lost a lot of its value. It lost about 50% of its value at that time. And it says here, Russia can likely tap around $300 billion in foreign currency and gold reserves after the US and various other governments said they would cut off the Bank of Russia's ability to access foreign exchange reserves held in their territories. That includes some $132 billion in gold that it holds in the Bank of Russia's own vault, as well as foreign currency that it holds domestically or holds abroad in countries like China that have not agreed to enforce sanctions. So, get rid of this. The thing is, they're not completely cut off from selling oil. That's the thing. Where's the oil thing? Yeah, see? At the time of they wrote this article, I haven't checked newer data. Sanction imposed on Russia so far explicitly exempt payments for oil and gas. So the country can still earn a lot of cash from selling oil because oil is more important than Ukraine. That's the fact. Okay? If the international community thought that oil was not important, they would have sanctioned it. And it's not sanctioned at the time they wrote this article. I don't know, maybe it changed since then. It's a couple weeks old now. But yeah, so at that time they were still able to sell oil for cash or gold or whatever. They are in CoinGecko. Okay, well, we'll have a quick look then. I'm your big fan, buddy. Love your content. Thank you very much, Ravi. People still use monocles. Yes. Okay, this is a real monocle. Okay, it's prescription. I can actually read with this thing, people. Yes. So keep on enlightening us. Regards from Australia. Thanks, Ravi. Yeah. Contrarian, your messages are being hidden. You're saying stuff that YouTube doesn't like. I don't care, but yeah, your messages are held. All right. So, all right. So, what's your coin again? You want me to check? Breeze. The hell is that? Breeze. So let's go on CoinGecko. I can't spell. Coin. All right. Sorry, I need water. Okay. What do we got here? Breeze. The breeze. Sounds like a lot of wind to me. Which one? BNB Rise or BitGert? Which one was this? BitGert. Okay, BitGert. Whatever that is. Oh, wow. Look at the price. What is this? Okay, when it's got so many zeros, I don't even know how to pronounce it. Okay. Doesn't inspire me a lot of confidence. Okay, that's my rule of thumb. Okay, if something has like what 5 zeros, after the decimal, not likely that it's an amazing product. Well, let's check it out. All right. So when did it start? February. It started last year, actually. I never heard of it. Okay, started around September. And had even more zeros at that time. Let's got a little bit less zeros, a little bit of a pump. And already some people took their profits. I don't know. I don't like those things where, look at the total supply. Okay. That's a quadrillion. I mean, come on. Where do you guys find these things? See if we can get to the website at least and have a quick look. Built with BitGert chain, fastest, lowest fee. So it's a new blockchain? Like I need another one? Okay. So they're creating a DApp wallet. Have a staking program and a swap. But why they have such high supply? Do we really need a quadrillion of these tokens? I mean, come on. Look, it might be a good project. It might be serious. You know, the thing is, there are a lot of competitions for blockchains already. Okay. If you look on DeFi Lemma, okay, and you look at blockchains, you're gonna notice that there's just a handful that have any money at all in there. Okay, these are all the chains that have any kind of money. Okay, so it starts with Ethereum, which is huge, obviously. And then if you go to the bottom of that list, see, we're only at number 86 here. I don't know if it's missing some data. But anyway, you look here, and you notice here there's a K, so that means $19,950. That's how much money was invested in all DeFi projects on that chain, $19,000. That's not a lot of money. And then you go here at number 84, and it says here $586.75. So the entire DeFi value locked on that entire change is $500. Okay? And that's not the smallest one. The smallest one here has 0 here, and the next one has $300 on it. Okay? And I'm pretty sure your chain is not even listed. BitGert. It's not listed. So it's not even in the top 85 most used blockchains in the world, okay, in terms of DeFi, okay. Why am I investing in that? Okay. You have a lot of choices here for blockchains that have a lot of utility, okay. Look at the top 20 or 30 or 50 even. That's a lot of choice, okay. The thing is, you're going to see hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of new blockchain projects, okay, and that's inevitable. Somebody will find a problem with, I don't know, the Phantom network, and they're going to make a fork of it, and they're going to say, okay, if we change this and we change that, then we solve problem X, but then it also creates problem Y and Z and whatever, right? There's no perfect blockchain. There's always new things coming up, and these guys at the top, okay, have a lot of money to invest in coders to fix their own problems, okay. So you might start a new blockchain, but by the time it's ready for prime time, chances are another one will have fixed the problem that you're trying to fix. Chances are. So I'm not that excited about investing in a new blockchain that has a price of $0.0000001. It's not very exciting to me. Okay, what else have we got here? Yeah, you can buy, as Contrarian says, for $0.00199 you can buy 84,000 of these for $1. Yeah, I mean, if you want to waste $1 and buy 84,000 of those coins and keep it there and wait, I don't know, maybe it's going to take off in 5 years or next year or whatever. I don't know. I mean, it's a gamble. They're all gambles. Okay, every single investment in crypto is a gamble. Some are a little bit more risky than others, some are extraordinarily risky. This looks, to me personally, in my opinion, very risky. All right. Polkadot seems to be a great project. Why isn't it 10x by now? Because it sucks. It's at number 12 right now, and has only $1.55 billion on it. Okay, it has 28 DeFi projects on it, but just look, it's already divided into several bits and pieces. Got Polkadot, what's that, Astar, Parallel, Moonbeam, Energy, whatever. Okay, I don't know, I'm not that excited about it. I'm not that excited about Polkadot, to be honest. Is there a way to get there? See, and here, there's only 2 major projects on it. What is that? Staffy and Anchor. Another Anchor. I wish people had more imagination when it came to naming crypto projects. They said it faster than Solana. Maybe. But are they decentralized? You know, you have to figure out decentralization. And I don't want to make it look bad here, but the total value locked since December has been crapping all over the place. It's shitting on the floor right here. See, it's about 7 times less money now than it was in December. People are not very excited about it. It's not working very well. Although, to be fair, This one here, Staffy, is up 53% this month, but overall, we're not doing so well on Polkadot. Okay. Yeah. All right. Dot says it has interoperability, but not sure it's as good as Cosmos, though. Cosmos seems to be a bit better established, but I don't know what its TVL is right now. What does it look like? Cosmos, where is it? It's lower or higher? Cosmos, I can't spell. Cosmos. Ooh, it's much lower. It's very low. Nobody's investing this thing. Cosmos Hub. There's another one. What is this? See, they put Terra inside Cosmos. So, you know, they probably all use Rust for programming, so they're all more or less compatible. All right. Cardano for a long time, it says here, Polkadot and Cardano seem to be total fails. For a long time, I felt that Cardano was a total fail. But it finally got a little bit of a life when Sunday opened. And it seems to be that Sunday is doing well. And apparently there's a lot of copies of Sunday being opening right now, a lot of forks and so on. All right, are we talking about the large caps only? Well, right now I was talking about large caps only because you know the thing is with chains is that you don't want to be the only one investing there, right? You want like millions of people to invest, or at least hundreds of thousands of people to invest in the blockchain, because it creates liquidity. You don't want to be the only one holding the bags. Okay? You want a lot of people. Terra is built with Cosmos SDK. Yeah, because they're using Rust. The code. Ethereum is using Solidity, and if I'm not incorrect, Terra is using Rust to program. Okay? And I think that's, as you said, based on the Cosmos SDK. So, yeah. But anyway, the big champion on Cosmos is definitely Terra. It's light years ahead of the competition. The others are just little babies next to that. I mean, Osmosis is doing okay. Kava is not too bad. But again, it's like, why do we need so many? I mean, I'm all for competition, but what's the compelling reason for using Torchain, let's say, or Kava over Terra or Osmosis or whatever? You know, you need to have a compelling reason for choosing a chain. Okay, there's already a lot of choices, even in the large caps. Have you looked into Hex, Paul Sex, Richard Hart projects? Yes, and I've talked about it multiple times in the live videos in the past. You need to watch more regularly. Okay, Hex by itself doesn't seem to be anything wrong with Hex, but personally, I find that it's a one-trick pony in a one-horse town. Okay, it doesn't do anything except you buy the token on Uniswap, you exchange your Ether for Hex, then you take your Hex, you stake it, and they claim it's like a CBD, so a certificate of deposit, right? And you just lock the money there, and it's going to earn you interest in more Hex tokens. And if I'm not mistaken, they charge you a fee for withdrawals. And that's about it. I can't use this and get a loan against it. I can't swap it for anything. There's just one pony in the whole town. And there's just the one website where I can take the money and stick it there, and that's it. I cannot use it for anything else. That's boring. That's very, very boring. Look at all the other exciting DeFi projects there are out there. This is like DeFi 0.1. It's not even DeFi 1.0 yet. Okay, it just, you take the, the asset, you stake them and get an interest. That's it. Boring. Very boring. Now the Pulse chain, I don't know, yet another chain. Oh yeah, it's supposed to be faster than Ethereum. Everything in the world is faster than Ethereum. My mother is faster than Ethereum, and you know she's 80 years old. You know, everything's, and they're gonna say, oh, it's faster, it's cheaper than Ethereum. Okay, find me a blockchain that's not faster and not cheaper than Ethereum. They're all faster and cheaper than Ethereum. Okay, that's it. Okay, that's not the compelling reason to buy into that Pulse. If they have some really exciting features that programmers say, oh my God, I need this for my project, and then you see a slew of DeFi project jumping into Pulse, okay, yes, that would be exciting. All right. I watch a lot of your videos. In fact, you got me into Rap Memo. Thank you for that. Well, it's a crypto certificate of deposit. Yes, that's what I said. I think Torchain has a unique sell point. Only team to get solid native cross-chain swaps working. Could be a liquidity black hole. Well, good luck to them. Right now, there's a single protocol on this thing called Torchain. And that's the only horse in town again. We had a little pump and dump, and that's pumping again for I don't know why. Can have a quick look at their website to see how pretty it is. Wow, it's pretty. The decentralized and autonomous cross-chain liquidity network. Okay. See, it has 101 active Tor nodes, 33 standby Tor nodes, and 22 days, 23 hours, 29 minutes until the next churn. It's going to churn soon. Yeah. What we got in here? You got pretty pictures. Okay, I mean, I'm sure the people here are very fine and all that. But again, if it was so compelling, we would have $20 billion in there right now. Okay? You know what's compelling? Terra. People have been throwing money at it, okay, in the last few months. Okay? People are very excited about Terra. Okay? Terra has a very big infrastructure built already. It's got a ton of developers, and there are many new projects in the works, okay, compared to this thing. I mean, look, Torchain may be the best thing since sliced bread, but if no developers are buying this bread and toasting it and putting butter on it, it's worthless, okay? So either these guys are not doing their marketing right, or developers don't like it. You have to go where the developers are developing. That's pretty exciting. Great video, by the way. Thank you, Leno. Sadly, DeFi will likely get regulated due to lobbyists in Congress working to banking interests. However, the movement crypto movement is so huge that major government will be hard to ignore. I agree partially. Centralized crypto, like centralized exchanges like Binance, Coinbase, and those, and also centralized crypto investment places like BlockFi and Circle and all that, and centralized uh, currencies like stablecoin like USDT, USDC, and a bunch of others. Okay, they're all centralized. Okay, very easy to regulate. They get a subpoena in the mail, and they have to comply and go to court and blah 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 and so on. So not too difficult to control those. Decentralized, like this guy is supposed to be decentralized. Decentralized is freedom from government interference, at least up to a point, not 100%. They're always gonna, governments are like this. They got shit in their hand and they throw shit at the wall and see which one is gonna stick. They're gonna throw shit at crypto forever until they say, look, we managed to make one stick there. And that's how they're gonna go about it. Okay, they're gonna try everything imaginable. Okay. Sadly, I like DeFi farming. Don't worry, you're gonna be able to do DeFi farming for a long time. They might make it difficult for you to get from fiat to DeFi farming, but once you're there, it's going to be hard to touch at that point unless the protocol is not decentralized. Love looping. Can you do a video on looping? I just did a video on looping. You want another video on looping? Yeah, well, actually, there's a place on. I'm going to probably do a little looping video. I'm planning for one. It's going to explain more or less what I explained in the book. Did you download the free book? Thought. Download the free book. I explain looping in it. I explain why you loop and what happens when you loop and so on. I did it with Aave, but it works with a lot of money markets. Most money markets work on the same principle. And then, Ravi, thank you for answering me. I'm a newbie to NFT. Let's say I have some Bored Ape. What the hell on earth am I going to do with it? Just straight up collect or something else? Bored Ape is not just a pretty picture of a funny monkey. It's also, basically, it's like a membership card for the Bored Ape Yacht Club. And you get all the benefits of the Bored Ape Yacht Club. Okay, including airdrops of new collections. Okay, and if you had the Bored Ape, you probably received thousands of ape tokens just by holding the NFT. Okay, a lot of people made a fortune with that airdrop. Okay, they made thousands and thousands of dollars. One guy had, I think, how many Bored Apes did he have? He had dozens of them, and he made millions of dollars in that free airdrop. So yeah, NFTs, the future of NFTs, okay, is going to be very big, a lot bigger than what you've seen. And you're not going to have a lot of projects that are just a pretty picture anymore. The pictures are going to be your ticket to access a bunch of services and privileges and bonuses and stuff like that. And eventually you're going to see that a lot of companies are going to get into the NFT bandwagon once they discover how NFT works. Because right now, 90% of the people or more have no clue about NFTs, okay? But in a few years, going to see that a lot more people are going to understand NFTs, a lot more companies are going to issue NFTs. NFTs is a certificate of ownership. So at some point, the title deed to your house is going to be an NFT. When you buy a car, they're going to issue you an NFT to show the ownership of that car. You're going to buy a Rolex watch, you're going to get an NFT for that. And practically everything that is human made is going to have a certificate of ownership issued as an NFT. You're going to post a video on YouTube like I'm doing. I'm going to get an NFT for it. So I could trade my, my work on the market and sell it, and other people could own those videos. Or if I write blog articles, same thing. If I write a song or make a movie, a TV show, whatever, they're all going to be owned by people that own the NFT. That's how it's going to work. And you're going to be able to trade them. You're going to be able to use them as collateral. You're going to be able to borrow money against them. You're going to see it's going to be pretty amazing, the stuff you're going to be able to do. Okay. Okay. JDG, it's very interesting. Dogecoin is a big supporter. Supporter of what? Torchain? I don't know what you're talking about. Rust looks interesting, but trying to figure out why to chase. Can you explain more what ways to chase Rust? Chasing Rust. Okay, Rust is a code. Okay, it's a programming language. You've got Ethereum. Okay, one of the first programming languages in that was invented to create smart contracts is Solidity. Okay, and became very, very popular. And right now, if you want to get a job as a coder in DeFi, you have to learn Solidity, because most of the jobs are going to be on Ethereum and Ethereum compatible chains, such as Avalanche, Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, Phantom, and the like. Okay, because they all use they're all EVM compatible. EVM is Ethereum virtual machine. Okay, they all work on a modified EVM. Okay, so their code can be quickly changed, okay, or forked, if you will, from one chain to another chain. And that's why you see several, if you're on here and you look at the overview, if we can get there today would be nice. Okay, you see Curve is on multiple chains. How do you manage to do that? Well, the code is almost the same on all the chains, because all these are EVM compatible. Okay, they all those blockchains are compatible with Ethereum. So they all Curve started on Ethereum and then decided to add more and more and more and more chains. So it's all over the place now. And you see it's a popular thing. Okay, a lot of protocols are doing the same thing. And it's not too difficult to port from one blockchain to the next one, because they're all written in Solidity. When it comes to Terra protocols, they don't use Solidity. They use a code called Rust. Some programmers like Rust better because the code, the programming language is a little bit more advanced, is less silly apparently. And they prefer to code in that. Okay, so I believe Solana is also on Rust, and you got Terra and a bunch of other stuff using Rust. Okay. What's your favorite chain for DeFi and why? I don't have one favorite chain. I like it depends what I need. I like Terra, I like Polygon, I like Phantom, and I like Avalanche. Those are my top 4. Okay, so yeah, I find that there's enough investment opportunities on those. I like also some level 2 blockchains like Arbitrum and Optimism. I've loved looping too. Problem is, it's hard to research where I can use the token I get back as a receipt. Any tips? Well, what token are you getting? Okay. It depends where you get the token. So do your research first before you start looping. okay, and if you want to reuse your token somewhere else. All right. Calculator guy talks about looping. Would love to see a calc guy and DeFi Crypto Today do a collaborative video. I'd love that too. And I reached out to him 2-3 times and nothing happened. I think he's too busy. So whatever, it's fine. I love the guy. I love his stuff. He's quite brilliant. Same thoughts on Torchain. Worthless. Can you provide us with your favorite chains? I just told you about it. What chains can provide us with freedom? Well, you try to find chains that are very decentralized. So those that have the most nodes. Sorry, I'm really thirsty right now. It's hot here. Okay, and we're gonna have to shut down very soon. So send us your last few questions, people. Last call on questions. Yeah, if you want freedom, you want more decentralization. The most decentralized one is Ethereum. Okay. You need to look into the data. I don't have the data at hand right now. Sorry, a bit tired. I think the era is pretty good. Let me see. Let's look at the chains here. I think Terra is fairly decentralized. I would have to check the data. Binance Smart Chain is not enough decentralized. It only has 21 nodes, and a lot of people have been complaining about that. Avalanche is making big efforts to be decentralized. Solana supposed to be decentralized, but a lot of people argue that it's not. So I would have to investigate why. Phantom is also trying to be decentralized. Polygon is kind of a layer 2. I don't know why it's not listed as a layer 2, but anyway. Tron, I don't look at Tron much. I don't know. I'm just not excited about Tron. And the others, I don't know how decentralized they are. You know, we need to get more information about this. Please do white tea with calculator guy. We'd have to look at Pando again and see what's available there. I haven't checked. NFTs just suck. You didn't listen to me when I talked about NFTs just now. NFTs are the future. Soon you're not going to be able to buy anything without getting an NFT. Do you think once Ethereum 2 goes live, people will start dumping Matic? I don't know. Like, I read an article saying that moving to Ethereum 2 will solve the proof of work issue that a lot of people claim it uses too much energy and it's bad for climate change, blah, blah, blah. I heard that it's going to be significantly faster, but I don't think it's going to be significantly cheaper. There's an article that claimed that it's not going to have a big impact on lowering the gas fees. So if the gas fees are still high, I think people are going to stick to Matic and other cheaper blockchains. Long-term NFTs will be just a money suck. I don't think so, Tom. You believe in technical analysis? Yes, but I'm not a trader. Okay, I'm more of a farmer. A lot of people can make good money with technical analysis, but you know the thing is, learn everything you can about it. Try to get a mentor. Do a lot of fake trading first to get your fingers wet into this, and learn from your mistakes. Okay, and don't bet too much each time. I mean, there was this Chinese billionaire last year lost $18 billion Basically, he bet his entire fortune on a few trades, and they went sour. That was stupid. When you bet small amounts each time, and then you can have several bets to manage and so on. Don't put all your money in one single bet. 9 protocol, yeah, that's not a lot. Quant surpasses technical analysis. You're talking about the quants, like the quantitative analysis, okay, is very complicated. First of all, okay, typically you need a PhD in math and finance in order to be able to do quant properly. Not easy, okay? And we don't quite have a lot of quant in crypto that I'm aware of, okay? No big famous quant project out there yet that I'm aware of. There might be some, but I'm not aware of them. So, yeah. No, the best thing in DeFi is like try to find, try to arrange your portfolio so that you have stable coins, you deposit them, and you at least beat inflation with them. Okay, your first two goals, okay, is like preserve your capital, number one. Number two, beat inflation. And once you've done that, then you can have a small slice of your pie portfolio pie chart, okay, and put that into risky assets where 9 out of 10 are going to fail, and one might be able to go 100x, okay. So that's a way to manage a portfolio and win in no matter what kind of market you got. All right, so yeah, last few questions. I'm gonna take 1 or 2 more questions, and then it's gonna be it for today. And if you like this time slot, well, we're gonna repeat that tomorrow. All right. I might get my friend from Hungary again tomorrow, but it's going to be a different time slot. If I don't know if he's too busy tomorrow or not yet, so waiting for that. Seafood token update, please. Making gains or losing? Well, we can check. We can check what the price is. So let's go to Discord first. And then I'm going to get the link to, well, actually I could have gone straight there. Sifu Vision. Let's go to Sifu Vision. Okay, so if we go here, doing sushi on Avalanche. And we should get a warning message. Okay, I need to change this. Avalanche. Okay, Avalanche. Okay, I want to change this, put it in, let's see, USDT. And if I want to put 121, well, I made a little bit of money. I bought it, it was around 118, 119. So I went up a couple bucks. I didn't buy a lot. I bought like 3 tokens, 4 tokens, something like that. Yeah, so this is a bet. Obviously, we have no guarantee that anything is going to work. But I'm betting on, I'm placing a small bet on his project. Personally, I think the guy knew what he was doing when he was managing the portfolio at Wonderland, and I think he did a lot of the good things there. I don't think he stole any money. So, any money at Wonderland. I'm not talking about his life prior to that. So I don't have a problem testing this out. Okay. Again, if you like Sifu and you want to invest in this project, don't go nuts. Okay. Don't sell your house and buy, thousands of tokens. Just be reasonable, you know, put a small slice of your portfolio pie in this, not too much. Okay, all right, that's it for today, folks. That's it for today. Don't forget to hit the like button now. We need likes. Life on YouTube needs likes, okay? It's like oxygen on YouTube. The more likes we get on a video, the more viewers we get. The more viewers we get, the more likes we get, and so on. And that's what all YouTubers want. They want more views, more likes. Okay? All right. So we're going to repeat this tomorrow around the same time. And thank you very much for your questions. Love your questions. Keep them coming. Don't forget, you can put your comments under the video, and I'll do my best to answer most of them. All right.